2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The action always in full swing near the French Quarter, and tonight is no different here in New Orleans, Louisiana. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin.
There is a lot of character on that team. David, thank you. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Gay and Aldridge are up front. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Walker in at the shooting guard position. And for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. All out there at Bledsoe. And it's Adams in at the center position. Now here's Murray. DeRozan finds Aldridge. Walker surveying the floor. Pass to DeRozan. Shoots over Ingram. And it's DeRozan missing. For New Orleans, their last game, a loss to the Heat. Greg, last year, Williamson entered the NBA as one of the most well-known rookies since LeBron James.
Already had millions of followers on social media, global name recognition. He has an above-the-rim game that produces the kinds of highlights that people want to see.
Gay misses. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. We're about 1 minute into the first. To the left side wing. Here's Williamson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. A lot of teams with a lot of new players, Greg, this time of year can be a real challenge to mesh.
No doubt, getting everybody on the same page sometimes it can take time, and then you have to build that trust. Weathering the storms together will obviously help you do that.
Some tough offensive sets.
We know Murray's got some creativity to his passing game, but no need to be creative there. I mean, he sees the wide open man and zips it right to him.
Now here's Williamson. 32 points for him last game against Miami. Adams' shot is off. 4-on-3 break. Here's Gay. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists.
Boy, for a player who can be a one-man offense, DeRozan's got plenty in his passing game skill set, too.
Near the three-point line, it's Ingram. And the Pelicans miss again.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And they're able to recover. And that one drops. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Bounce pass Ingram. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. The drive by Williamson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's just all Zion. But once he gets that close, he's zoned in on capitalizing no matter what.
Now, here's Aldridge. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Toronto.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
6 on the shot clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Pelicans with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And you know what? If you're not going to outwork your opposition, then you typically are going to get outplayed.
For San Antonio, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. From 8, got a piece of it.
Ball size and timing, really an asset when it comes to him blocking shots.
And the dunk by Williamson.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
And San Antonio calls the first time out of the game. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
And they swept the season series against them last year. They really did have the upper hand.
And I think that's where it starts, guys. Neither team a playoff factor, but you work your way up the ladder team by team. And this is really one matchup they feel very confident with.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Spurs making a switch here. Hurdle's checked in. And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile One block a moment ago.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And that's grown man muscle. Williamson relishes any chance he gets to take the defense on and finish.
The Pelicans have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Spurs trail by 5. Here's Vassell. Passes to Lyles. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Lyles got his 2nd basket of the night. It's Ingram on the wing. Now Bledsoe, hoping to put that miserable performance against Miami behind him tonight. Count it. Williamson's got 13.
And normal physicality doesn't get it done with Williamson. To stop him from scoring, you really have to up the ante and get him before he hits that launching pad.
Mills can't hit.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. I know he's frustrated about that.
And Eric Bledsoe, a special kind of athlete.
And 3 separate knee surgeries in the rear view, but still so fast, his teammates call him Ferrari. The way he's built, a muscle car might be more accurate.
Here's Vassell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Williamson with the ball. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That is a DeRozan specialty there. Draw contact, convert, and then head to the line for a freebie. Not by accident. That's his plan.
And you watch DeRozan play, he still has that explosiveness. Great first step out of the triple threat position. Can switch directions on the go. Is still a handful to slow on the perimeter.
And it's Mills with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. They trail by 6. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
And the offensive skill set Williamson has off the charts. And the scary thing is, guys, he's only going to keep getting better. Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
So good to see Bledsoe setting up guys like that. I mean, especially when they're wide open and they've got the better shot.
And so, guys, it's Zion Williamson making things happen for New Orleans. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. And we'll be back with you. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Bledsoe is out there with ball, and it's Adams, and it's 7. That's the Pelicans 5. Here's Vassell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Lyles passes to Ginn. Fires for 3. It's not going to go for him. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Marcus Aldridge is checked in for San Antonio. Lonnie Walker comes in for Trey Lyles. Spurs trail by 7. Outside, Walker. Murray against Bledsoe. Murray, good. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Shot's good by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got his second bucket.
It's a quiet, rugged demeanor that Bledsoe plays with, and he doesn't back away from anybody on the court.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Lonzo Ball has steadily improved his three-point shooting. He had to rework his form, moving his windup over to the right side of his body. He said, now my shot is more consistent and just take it step by step. I'm going to keep working and hopefully the percentages can keep going up. Guys?
I think we've all enjoyed watching his improvement. David, thank you for that.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
Murray against Bledsoe. Here's Gay. Pelicans with the rebound. And that'll be the first of a two-game road trip for him. And there's Williamson on the assist from Ingram. Williamson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Pelicans. For San Antonio, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Here's Gay. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are three guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
I agree on all counts. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Walker with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. The drive by Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Oh, such a terrific pass. He seems to have a sixth sense. Nice feel, which is hard to teach.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Greg, hard to think of a player in this league with more of a pass-first mentality than Lonzo Ball.
I mean, total unselfishness, elite vision. Sometimes you'd like to see him penetrate a little more in the half court, but he's improving from range, and that'll open up driving lanes, and he can take advantage.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for San Antonio. Mills, he's checked in for DeJounte Murray. Here's DeRozan. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. The drive by Williamson.
Just a freight train going downhill. No one willing to step in front of the massive Williamson.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Mills passes to Aldridge. Now the pass to Mills. Here's the three. Again, the miss by the Spurs. New Orleans leading by 15. New Orleans moving it around. Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. 2 points, that one goes.
That's what Mills gives you when he's on the floor, a dangerous shooter who can cause problems for the defense.
Over in the corner, Williamson. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Spurs trail by 17. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Shots good by Mills. Well, for New Orleans, shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Here's Williamson. Some solid defense from Gay. Yep, it counts. Adams has got his first bucket of the night.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Gay against Williamson. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
You know what? When he's got the chance to get inside, Gay's going to take it, fellas. I mean, he doesn't waste those opportunities.
Here's Ingram. Rebounded by the Spurs. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half of the game. Mills can't hit.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And really, guys, I can't put a ceiling on Ingram. I mean, with his length and his shooting stroke and work ethic, this is a guy who I think has the potential to be truly great.
Both free throws good for Ingram. Spurs trail by 17. DeRozan surveying the D. And a little luck that time, but it drops. DeRozan's got 9 points.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Looks like this could be an upset in the making. I'm Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Zion Williamson was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 31 points and 1 block. He seems to have carried the momentum from his last game right into tonight. Kenny, your thoughts? How the Pelicans are playing?
Their ability to get into the paint and get to the rim has been deadly. Constantly attacking the basket. It was clearly their intent.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Spurs, Gay and Aldridge are up front. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the 2. Got a piece of it. Bledsoe with it. Picked up by Aldridge. And here's Ingram from the arc. Hands it from downtown. Ingram's got 7 points.
Even from distance now, Ingram is not afraid to pull the trigger. Just destroying the defense with his long ball.
And there are a number of things that make Ingram a dominant force. But what really jumps out at you, the moment you see him, the length. Few wings in league history have had a 7'3" wingspan.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
And here's Ingram from the arc. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
And Greg, you combine Ingram's length with his emerging skill set, he has got a long career ahead of him in the NBA.
I mean, he certainly has the tools. What we need to see now is the consistency year in and year out. It's one thing to reach that star status. It's another to become one of the true superstars in our league.
And again, San Antonio turns it over. San Antonio making a switch here. New Orleans leading by 21. And here's Bledsoe. He's got 6. Adams finds Ingram. And another 3 for New Orleans.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. what are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Adams' shot is good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's DeRozan. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. New Orleans with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Ingram with it, out guarded by DeRozan. And Ingram with a clear path to the basket. And stolen by Murray. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Spurs. That's tipped. It's tipped. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. And the jam by Bledsoe.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Here's DeRozan. Makes good on the step-back jumper. DeRozan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, I tell you what, guys, there's so many different ways DeRozan can beat you. When he's hot, he's a problem.
Ingram passes to Adams. Over Aldridge. Adams' shot is off. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Pirtle, he's checked in for Aldridge. Gay comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's foul number 2 for him. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for the Spurs. Gay scanning the floor. It doesn't go for him. Good D by Williamson. Out left to the wing. And Bledsoe, here we go. Can't get it to fall. The Spurs have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Gay. That shot off. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Here's Ball. Lays it up and banks it in.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now, here's Mills. He's guarded closely. Clock at 6. From the arc. That shot, no good. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Pelicans ahead, running away with it. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship?
right here. I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. All out there at Bledsoe. And it's Adams in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. New Orleans has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Major props given up to Ingram for aggressively attacking the rim. Not many guys want to get in this path when he goes like that.
And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Weatherspoon. Ball with it. Now here's Bledsoe. New Orleans moving the ball around. Williamson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And Williamson doesn't let up consistently in attack mode. Love his rabid intensity on the backboard.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And hustle like that is why he leads this team in rebounds tonight.
I tell you what, guys, nobody's been more physical in this game than he has. He has been a glass eater.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop-to-loop all day long on the highlight reel.
And that's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Gain with it, now defended by Williamson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
You got to stay physical and stay aggressive if you're Rudy Gay. Force the defense to make some mistakes.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pelicans?
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Eubanks is checked in, and Jones subbed in for Patty Mills.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Eubanks. Adams defending. Outside, Jones. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Samanic. Releases. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Samanic has got his first basket of the night.
And in that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Here's Adams, uses the glass to finish the layup.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Jones against Bledsoe. Jones, no luck. And it's the Pelicans ball. They're on a 12-4 run. And it's Bledsoe. That time on the assist by Adams.
And, you know, so often we see Bledsoe trying to get all the way to the rim, at least as close as possible. That's the mentality I think you've got to have.
Here's Eubanks. Back to Jones. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. So it's the Spurs now. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense from Ingram. Kicks it out to Williamson. And finished off by Williamson.
And what amazes me about watching Williamson, his lift into the air, it's so effortless.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's Vassell. Here's Weatherspoon. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the 2 of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
And it's Ball penetrating. Now Jones. Pass to Weatherspoon. Left side Jones. Excellent D there from Ball.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pelicans.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Zion Williamson.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Well, that's another good rebound for him. Hasn't mattered at all that he's given up some inches to a few of the other guys on the floor.
So it's the Spurs now. Here's Vassell. San Antonio again missing. And Adams has got the ball here for the Pelicans. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he comes up with the deuce.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Passes it to Eubanks. Here's Vassell. Over Williamson. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.